Hello, thanks for clicking on my video. Welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. If you are new here, consider joining the family by clicking that subscribe button and remembering the notification bell because that's the way you're going to be reminded when I upload a video. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create budget-friendly home decor that's easy to do. So if you want to see some of my creations, keep watching. I am so excited for today's video because it's part of a collaboration that is hosted by my talented and beautiful friend, Amber from DIY with Amber. This collaboration is called Inspire Me to Try. Us creators will recreate a DIY from each other that we were inspired by. I tell you, this was hard because these ladies are so talented. I wanted to recreate everything. And the first creator is Nicole from This Week's Nest. I absolutely adore Nicole and her channel. She makes the most beautiful creations. I absolutely love this pumpkin frame that she created. I thought it was so pretty. I love how she has the simplicity of the pumpkins up against that cork sheet. This was just really pretty to me. So I was inspired to recreate this. For today's video, I am recreating these DIYs and giving them a rustic look to fit my decor in my home. So for this DIY, what I'm going to be using is these little mini pumpkins from the Dollar Tree, and they do have the clips. I'm going to be using one of these cork sheets. I have one of the large canvas from the Dollar Tree without the frame. I'm going to be using some of these painter sticks. I'm also going to be using some of my favorite little sticks that I pick up from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to be using a few different color of these acrylic paints. What I'm going to do first is cut down my painter sticks. So what I'm doing is just measuring so I can see where I'm going to cut them down at. And then I'll just be using my miner saw to cut down the sticks. To create that more rustic look that I am going for, that is why I'm using these painter sticks to create my frame. So I'm going to be using these painter sticks and then adding some of those sticks that I got from Hobby Lobby. So after I get them all cut down, I'm going to use some of that Dollar Tree Golden Oak wood stain to stain them. I really do love this collaboration. I think it is so cool that you have the opportunity to recreate some DIYs that you are really inspired by from some of your favorite crafters. Now that I have all of those stained, I'm now going to go in and paint my little pumpkins. And so that is what I'm going to use those different color acrylic paints for. So after I get all of my little mini pumpkins out, because they have the little face on them, what I'm going to do is go over them twice. I'm going to paint them once, let them dry, and then paint them again. And I am going to paint two pumpkins using the same color. So what I'm going to do is paint two green, two brown, two yellows, and then I have that burgundy color. And then after I get all of my little pumpkins painted, once they dry and I give them a second coat because I want to make sure that I cover the faces, I'm going to go in with those paintbrush and just dry brush over them with the opposite color that I used. And you will see what I mean by that shortly. And so once I get them all painted twice and they dry, I'm going to just take those brushes and now I'm going to take that green and go over the yellow. And I'm just adding a touch of color to each one of these pumpkins. And I'm going to use all the colors to dry brush over each one of them. I thought these colors came out really pretty, and I am leaving them on the clip because when I attach them to my sign, I wanted them to have that raised look. So after I get all of them done, I'm using this little furniture marker that I got from the Dollar Tree to go over the stem with it. So I'm going to do this once and then I'll go over them again just to make sure that they're dark enough, because the brown colors you couldn't see it that good. So I'm just going to go over it one more time, and that really worked, just to darken it up some. So then once I get all of that complete, what I'm going to do next is create my frame. So I'm just going to put my little pumpkins to the side. Now what I'm going to do is get my canvas, and I'm just going to hot glue these sticks down around it to create the frame. So I'm just going to have everything lined up, and then I'm going to take my hot glue to attach them. So after I get my painter sticks attached, I'm going to take that cork sheet and add it in the middle. Now the cork sheet doesn't completely cover it. It's going to leave a little white showing on the sides, and that is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to see some white. So as you can see, I love that this is a peel and stick. So as I apply it, I'm making sure that I try to have it as even as possible so you can see the equal amount of white. Now I'm taking those sticks and I am going to add these to both sides, and I'm just adding 3, and I'm going to do another layer on top and then a third layer. So I'm doing 3 sticks next to each other, and I'm doing 3 layers of sticks, and they fit perfect on the frame. And I'm just going to repeat that step and do that on the other side. Once I have that complete, I am going to just add my pumpkins to the cork sheet, and I'm just going to be using some hot glue to do that. All I'm doing now is just lining up my pumpkins and just making sure that I have a color pattern where they're not next to each other. Once I get all of these pumpkins attached, I am going to take some rope from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to staple it to the back so I can have that option to hang it. Now I am adding the rope long, because if I do hang it, I do want to see the rope. I think that gives it a really cute look. What I also like is that I don't have to keep these pumpkins straight. They are on that clip, so I can turn these a little bit, and I think this came out really cute. I absolutely love this. Thank you, my friend Nicole, for the inspiration. Oh my goodness, the next creator, this talented lady here from According to Cat. My goodness, I absolutely love her channel. Going through her channel was great. She is super talented. Her embellishment is on point, just beautiful. I was inspired to recreate this little frame piece that she did. I love that she had the home sign at the bottom, and I love the leaves that she attached. I thought this was just really stunning. This was a beautiful piece. What I'm going to do to recreate mine is I have 3 of these little wood pieces that have the jute cord from the Dollar Tree. My home sign is a little larger. I got this one from Michael's, and that was 99 cents as well. I have these little leaves that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and I'm probably going to use just 2 of these sticks. I'm going to be using some white chalk paint as well as some of that antique wax. What I'm going to do first is cut these strings off so that I can line these wood pieces up. To connect these wood pieces together, I'm just going to use some scraps that I cut off from my painter sticks. So I'm just lining them up, and then I'm going to take those handles that I cut off those painter sticks to attach them, and I'm just going to add 1 at the top and then 1 at the bottom. Once I get that complete, I'm just going to take my white chalk paint and I'm just going to paint over this piece. I was going to sand it down some with my Dollar Tree sanding block, but it seems to be pretty smooth. So after I get this painted, what I'm going to do is use that antique wax to distress over this, And I'm also going to use that antique wax to stain that little home sign as well. And I did paint the front and the back of that just so my back can have a nice finish. I'm just distressing around the edges at the top and the bottom, as well as the sides, and then I'm just brushing lightly over the front. And now I'm going to stain that home sign. Once I get that complete, I'm going to start embellishing everything. And what I'm going to do is just take 2 of those sticks and add them to the top. This is also going to cover those holes that was in those signs. And then I'm going to decide which leaves out of that pack that I want to use. I'm not going to use too many leaves because they are pretty large and I think it only needs a few. I'm just deciding which colors that I want to use. Then what I'm going to do is just cut the stems down a little bit. I was going to keep the stems and attach them to the sticks, but I did quite like how that looked. So once I get them arranged, I'm just going to take some hot glue to attach them. So after I get my leaves attached, then all I have to do is attach this sign to the little home sign. To attach my sign, I'm just going to add some hot glue to the back of the letters and to the base. And then I'll just add my sign that I created and just make sure that everything connects and nice and secure, and that is it. Now this, I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Kat, for this inspiration. I'm telling you, I love this and I absolutely love your channel. And now, last but not least, our beautiful and talented host, Amber from DIY with Amber, my sweet friend. This girl does it all. She is super duper creative. Look at this beautiful pumpkin sign. I absolutely love this. The colors, everything. I was so inspired to recreate this. Now, I recreated this and I did it with a rustic look to fit some other decor, but I am obsessed with this sign. What I'm going to be using to recreate mine is some of these mini pumpkins from the Dollar Tree that came out of the little pack. I also have one of the little wood words from the Dollar Tree, Farm Fresh. I'm going to be using one of these wood signs with the jute cord. I'm going to be using some jute rope. I have some more of those sticks, and I'm going to be using some more of that acrylic paint. I'm also going to be using some more of that white chalk paint and a little bit of that antique wax. So what I'm doing first is just painting over my pumpkins. I'm going to paint them one of each one of these acrylic paints, and then I'm going to do the same thing like I did in the first DIY where I recreated Nicole's sign. I'm going to take those other colors and dry brush on top of those colors. And as you can see, I'm just taking the opposite color, going over those pumpkins, and I am going to add just a dab of white chalk paint on top of them as well. So after I get all of these pumpkins dry brushed, to cover the stems, I am going to be using some jute cord for that. I'm just going to add some hot glue to the back, and I'm going to attach the jute cord, and I'm just going to wrap it right around the stem, and I'm going to do this to all 3 of the pumpkins. I'm just taking some hot glue to secure it, and then I'm going to clip it off. Now that I have all 3 of them done, I'm going to create a little simple bow by just folding some of that jute cord together, then taking a piece to wrap it around in the middle, tack that down with some hot glue, and then I'm just going to clip it off and then clip the ends to make it smaller. And then I'm just going to hot glue it to the stem, and I'm going to create 3 of those bows. I also decided to take some little mini pine cones to add to the bottom of the bow as well. So once I get the bows attached, I'm just going to attach one of these little mini pine cones that I got out of a filler bag. Once I get that created, I'm going to start working on my sign. I'm just going over this sign with one light coat of that white chalk paint. I'm going to go over that farm fresh word as well because you're not going to see this sign. I am going to dry brush over it with a little bit of that antique wax, just so around the edges, if you see anything, it kind of blend in with those sticks that I am going to hot glue all the way across the sign. I'm really going full-blown rustic with this sign. So after I get that dry brush, I'm just going to start hot gluing these sticks down. Now you could have used, I could have used some E6000 for this part, but my Gorilla Glue sticks works perfect and it keeps things nice and secured. And plus, it's going to be hanging in my home, so if any of the sticks do loosen up, I can go back and reinforce them. I'm going all the way across the sign. And this is how it looked. And now what I'm going to do is attach some of that Dollar Tree juke wire to the back so that I can have the option to hang this. And this is just the juke wire that I pick up from the Dollar Tree. I always use this to create hangers for the back. Just going to use my staple to add 2 staples on each side. Once I get that complete, all I have to do now is attach my little embellishments to the sign. So I'm just arranging how I want to attach my pumpkins. This is what I really liked about Amber's sign. I just love the little cluster of the 3 pumpkins. That was so cute. So once I get them hot glued down, I'm just going to hot glue that Farm Fresh down right next to it. And then after I get that done, this is complete. Very simple, but I love this. So rustic, but it is so cute. I love the colors. Thank you, my dear friend Amber, for the inspiration. Thank you for the collaboration and joining me with some amazing crafters. These ladies are super talented, and so are you, my friend. Thank you all for watching another one of my videos. If you like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. In the comment section below, let me know which one of these DIYs were your favorite. If you're coming over from the other ladies' channels, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you decide to hang around. After watching this video, head over to the playlist that's in the description box below along with these ladies' channels and check them out. I'm telling you, they are super duper amazing. Thanks again, my friends, for supporting this collaboration. And until next time, stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.